Welcome to another Cortecloud tutorial where we're going to be designing this pantry cabinet using Cortecloud's library. So let's just jump right into it. First of all, I'm going to cortecloud.com, and if you haven't created your account yet, you just have to go to register, fill in your data, and create your account for free. I've already created my account, so I'm going to log in and I'm going to see my order list. I'm going to hit New Order and Modules. I'm going to select my company, and by this time I'm going to see Cortecloud's library. I just have to give a client's name, in this case John, and I'm going to use this closet cabinet structure to configure my pantry. So I'm going to click on it. By clicking on the module, I have the 3D representation already, and I have to fill in the room, and I have to inform the room. In my case, it's a kitchen, and I'm just going to adjust the measurements to 35 inches, 94 in height, and 21 in depth. Okay, so now I'm going to define or choose my materials. And for the structure, I'm going to select a 3/4 panel, which is white, and a 1 mil edge band, which is white as well. For the back, I'm going to use a Nordic, Grey Nordic by Kronospan, just to give a little bit of contrast. So now I'm going to start configuring my pantry. For this, I'm going to maintain the structure as it is, and I'm going to Spaces and click lower 1. By clicking in this space, I have the highlighted area, which is the area that I'm going to edit, and I'm going to select the submodule to add to this area. So I'm going to the bottom of the list and choose Pantry Cabinet. This is gonna include a 6-drawer set in our lower part of the cabinet. I'm gonna select the materials as well for the drawers, select the edge band as well, and for the drawer bottom, I'm going to choose the same Grey Nordic pattern. Okay. As you guys can see, I don't want this 6-drawer set in my pantry, so I have a bunch of preferences where I can change the configuration, the number of drawers, and so on. So I'm going back here up to the lower one, and the submodel that's selected to this part. I'm going to Basic, and I'm going to scroll down and select just 4 drawers. This is going to give me 4 drawers in the space. As you can see, the drawers are uneven, and I'm going to change the drawers height and the spacing to get the distribution I need in this case. So first of all, I'm going down here to drawers, and I'm going to modify or edit the drawers height. First of all, drawer 1, I'm going to select 4 3/4. That's the height I'll get. As you can see, just the first drawer got modified by this configuration. I'm going to keep doing so for the rest of the drawers. So 4 3/4 for the second drawer, for the third, and for the fourth drawer as well. So I got the drawers all the same height, and what I'm going to do now is to change the spacing between them. Therefore, I'm going up here to height reserved for drawer 1 and 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so by changing this configuration, you can change the spacing between the drawers. I'm going to leave for the first drawer 20 inches. As you can see, all the rest of the drawers got pushed up because of this spacing that's reserved for drawer 1 that I've just inserted in this input. For the second drawer, I'm going to leave 20 inches as well. And for the third drawer, I'm going to leave 15. So as you can see, I have different spaces between drawers that you can modify, you can set here on those inputs. Drawer number 4 just got the rest of the space, okay? So you don't need to be concerned about this height because it's not going to be exact. It's going to be the rest of what's left from the other drawers underneath it. Very well, so what's left for me to do is I'm going to add some fronts to this cabinet. I'm going to fronts. I can choose a total front. In this case, the cabinet's going to be all covered just by 1 or 2 doors. Or you can choose the single option, which is the lower part and the upper part of the cabinet are going to be separated, and you can add different doors to each of these spaces. In my case, I'm going to select single, and I'm going to click on lower and add double doors. Okay, I just need to change the handle. As you can see, the handle is horizontally placed and on the top of the doors. I'm going to handle, profile handle orientation. I'm going to choose vertical. And the handle position, it's going to be middle. Okay, we're all set. The handles are positioned as I need on this cabinet. And to finish up, I'm going to hit upper and add a tipper door to this part. Very well, so I have a tipper door on the upper part of the cabinet and a double door for the drawer set. All right, very well. So to finish up, I'm going to add the fronts to my cabinet. I'm going to use a 3/4 board, and the color is going to be Brandy Castello Oak. And the edge band is going to be 1 mil, also Brandy Castello Oak. That's it. So that's my pantry fully configured with the inner drawers and the fronts. One thing is left for me to change on this. 2 things actually are left to change, to modify in this cabinet, which is the spacer that I need to add here to give some space between the drawers and the sides. So I'm going back to spacers, lower 1, basic, and this configuration strip type I'm going to change to spacer. This is going to give me a spacing caused by some plastic spacers which are commonly used on the market. And one thing left to change is the slide. I have here the regular slide, but I need the undermount to give a better look for this cabinet. So I'm going back to basic and drawer slide. I'm going to change to undermount, and this is going to change the construction of the drawer to an undermount to be compatible with an undermount slide. Okay, so that's my fully constructed pantry cabinet on Cortecloud. I'm gonna hit save, and you're good to go. You're good to generate your parts and send your order to production. That's how you configure a pantry cabinet using Cortecloud's library.